I freaking love this anime for a variety of reasons. But right now, the reason that stands out to me the most for just my absorbent love for Skeleton Knight is the fact that it did something that a lot of other anime doesn't do. And that's ending on something and picking it up right where we left off on the next episode. And I know you might think like, yo, Dom, a lot of anime be doing that. But at the same time, so many anime hit like a pinnacle or a peak or a certain moment. And then when the next episode resumes, they skip over that because it already happened. And they just kind of move on to the next thing, leaving you wondering, hey, are they going to talk about said thing? Are they going to do X, Y, or Z? But not Skeleton Knight. And I love that it kind of respects like us, the viewer, and it respects kind of like our time and storytelling. And what I'm talking about is last week's episode, we got left off on a cliffhanger at the end of the episode where he's like using Uncurse on his hand, and his hand comes out. And this week we picked up and we got to see that again, him doing Uncurse on his hand and everything. Now, the one thing that I think we all assumed, you and I both assumed, I can clearly say it right now, is I think we all assumed that it wasn't going to just be that easy. It wasn't just going to be a case of, okay, well, Ark's gonna do Uncurse or Holy Uncurse, whatever. He wasn't gonna do just some whole body thing and boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, we're done. No, we knew that him going to this specific spring and the enemy he's gonna have to face and taking Aryan along for that, we knew that that's going to have to be a story piece. It's gonna have to be relevant. So we knew it wasn't going to be that easy for him to just do Uncurse and suddenly he's fixed. He's still going to have to go to the spring. He's still going to have to go and complete that mission. He's still going to have to make it seem like he needs to go do that versus exploring the fact that he can uncurse himself and things like that. And the reason it did it is because it made it kind of temporary. And that's one of the things that I talked about last week. And I think we all kind of agreed. I was talking to you guys in the comments, and we all kind of agreed that it was going to be temporary or something was going to happen to where it wouldn't stick. And that's exactly what happened. He did Uncurse, and a few seconds later, his hand was, instead of being nice, meaty, and brown, it went back to just, being bony. And he tried it like several times. It just didn't work. So that's definitely going to be a key component and something that is going to be relevant as the story moves forward for him to go and see if he can make that Uncurse, see if he can Uncurse himself on a permanent level. And I really hope that we do end up seeing that, whether it's this season or I'm going to cross fingers that the show is popular in Japan, that's popular on Crunchyroll, that's popular on Bibli, that is popular on TV. I'm going to cross fingers and hope that it's popular so that way you can get a continuation, a new season. Because I really think this, I think this is as special for me on a personal level. Like last season, Genius Prince was really special for me. And that was one that I hoped really a lot of people watch. I kind of feel like this was in that same realm towards like, I love it. I know you love it because obviously you're watching the review, you're watching it together with me. I know that we like it, but I'm gonna hold out hope that it's popular on like a bigger level. So that's basically why I feel like it just really respects us and it talks to us. It tells us the story that it's trying to tell us, and it doesn't necessarily hold itself back or anything of that nature. So I feel really good about that. Now, the rest of the anime, or the rest of this episode of the anime, episode 7, explored another couple of things. It had them go through the forest to go and continue to go and save the rest of the elves. It had them cutting through the forest, and they ended up fighting certain mystic wolves, and we found another animal, another monster that had that ring around this time it was their ankle, but had a ring that they're being controlled by a higher power, a higher being. A lot of political stuff going on behind the scenes that I know we're going to get more information as the season kind of unfolds. But another creature controlled by that. They overcame that stuff. And then the big thing is Ark Changing History. With using his ability, with using his regeneration ability. And in this specific time, the princess, so they showed us, I think the king, the two princes who are fighting, and then the princess who has a pretty good strong head on her shoulders. The one prince is the one who's captivating all the captivating all the different elves and stuff. The one he's basically the big asshole, the big bad. And that's her brother. We know that I think one of her brothers probably set up for her to be murdered, and they succeeded. But thankfully, Pota sniffed it out, took Ark there, and Ark was able to save the day by eliminating all the bandits, besides a few that got away, that will go tell the story of the big knight that came and saved them. And he was able to use his regeneration ability on the princess and on her servants. But the thing that he kind of like talked about after, which I think is gonna be very important, is he just changed history. She was meant to die. Like if we said, okay, fate was supposed to occur in the 1, 2, 3, he went 1, removed 2, and went 3, 4, right? So he changed history essentially by what was supposed to have happened. And the princess did get a glimpse of him. So later on, I know it will become relevant that she'll see him and be like, that's my angel. And I think that that's really powerful as well. And I want to take a second to acknowledge Miss Hotness for a second. Did you all see her maid? I don't care who you are. You have to acknowledge the sweet piece of the maid that she had as well on her servitude, which I appreciate Ark also saving the maid as well. But overall, really great episode. I love the storytelling. I love the character development. I love at the end that our furry ninja girl came back into play. I love that she was there just whooping ass for a bunch of people in the streets and stuff. I love that she recognized Ark immediately, and then he caught on. He's like, "Oh, that's the furry ninja girl." So I love the character development. I love the storytelling, and I'm really hoping this anime does really well, because this has just been one of the highlights for sure. This has been one of the ones that I was expecting to like, but not this much, and I love this anime, so I really think so. But regardless, guys, I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought this week on Skeleton Knight episode number 7. Let me know what you think about him saving the princess, using his basically revive. Let me know what you think about the princess and what she's going to end up doing next. Let me know what you think about our furry ninja friend. Let me know what you guys think about the bigger conspiracy going on with who's controlling these creatures and animals. Obviously, we kind of have an idea. We know who it is, but let me know what you guys will think will come of that. And, of course, I will see you guys next week for next Thursday for another episode of Skeleton Knight. All right, my friends, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.